Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everyone in between, welcome to the comedy extravaganza that is The Adventures of E. Strap yourselves in because in this podcast we dive into hilarious personal stories, mishaps, and everyday life. From the awkward encounters at the grocery store to trying to adult in a world that seems determined to trip us up at every turn. So whether you're listening during your commute or just kicking back with a cup of coffee, get ready to laugh until your sides hurt. Here's your host, Elissa.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of Adventures with E. I am your host, Elissa, along with
Jason, and the title's The Adventures of E.
That's what I said.
No, but it's okay.
Okay.
It's okay.
Well, we all know we all know where we're at. Okay, it's fine.
It's all fine.
It's all fine. Fine. So, Tom.
Yes.
Your best friend.
Yes.
AKA my mom's boo.
Yes.
I text him.
Yep. Group chat.
Because first of all, let's rewind. I found out last week that his 9-year-old son,
I believe so, yeah.
listens to our podcast.
Yes.
With his grandmother, Tom's mom.
Yes.
And he wants to know why Tom's not been on, and Tom texted you and was like, yeah, we got to do this. So I texted him in a group chat and was like, bro, every weekend in August, you name it, we'll make it.
Silence.
I'm just saying.
I mean, just absolute silence.
Actions speak louder than words, man.
Yeah, like
if we're not a priority, then just say it.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned. I mean, he's probably our number one listener, supposedly.
Supposedly.
And now,
but we got Tracy, we got Liz, like we
I
got
know.
Other people. I'm just saying.
We got all the peeps that we need to start. We need to start sending out the invites.
We don't have to wait on him.
We need to start sending out the invites.
What invites?
To everybody.
To bring them on?
Yeah. Yeah.
You heard it here, folks. It's your PSA. You want to come on? Come on.
Yeah.
Get with us. Well, that came out really weird. Okay.
It's so weird.
It's not weird. Let us know what your schedule is. How about that?
Yeah. Let's schedule some things. Let's have our
schedule.
Yeah, our people talk to your people.
Which our people is just us.
Just us. Yeah. We can put them on the calendar.
Ugh. Why? Why'd you bring it back up?
Because it's still pertinent at points in time.
I'm moving on.
Moving along.
Sorry, I got the hiccups.
Oh.
I apologize.
That's not good. Take a drink.
Nope.
No, you okay?
Yep.
All right.
We're back on it.
Okay. So yeah, Tom, brother, come on.
From another mother.
Come on. Let's go. We need to figure this out. Okay?
Let's go.
Let's go.
I just probably, if that's on video, that definitely looks like I was just doing something terrible. Merp.
Yeah. All right.
Stroke.
So last week was your birthday.
It was, unfortunately.
Your birthday.
My birthday. Happy birthday.
So what do you feel like was the most fun thing you did last week?
Like, I honestly had a blast. My favorite day probably was the day after my birthday.
Okay. When
it was just, you, me, Mom, Lacey hanging out, laughing, telling stories. Like, that was probably my favorite. Just because, like, Wednesday, it, like, poured down rain.
Right, yeah. It was super shitty all day long.
And it was cold.
Yeah, a little bit,
and so it just wasn't, like, fun times to be had. But we still had fun. It just wasn't what we had anticipated.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really know what to anticipate. I just knew that I was kind of along for the ride, chauffeur duty.
Yeah, but like Mom and I have done it before, so we know what to expect, and that wasn't it.
Yeah.
But we were supposed to get in the pool on Thursday, and the water was too cold from the rain.
Yeah. It
was like 72 degrees, and I was like, listen, that does not sound refreshing to me at all.
No, that would not be refreshing at all.
No, my titty nipples would have been so hard I would have scratched the sliding glass door.
Yeah.
So anyway, moving right along.
So on a pool, like, it's got to be like at least close to 80 degrees to be comfortable, right?
I feel like 80 to 85.
Yeah.
85 might be too much. That might be like bath water, and that kind of freaked me out.
Yeah.
I don't know why I just gagged either.
By that time, it's like hot tub levels.
It's that. Stop.
Kind of like belly button lit.
Stop it.
You have to steer.
We're not talking about that.
At least this time around.
I don't really have any goals before you asked me because I know that's what you were going to ask me.
Yep, I know.
And I didn't ask that question. I didn't write down that question, sir.
Yeah, I did.
I don't have any goals yet. Like, I do, but I don't. As a person with ADHD, that's hard for me to set goals like that. Like, I have things in the works.
Yeah, like what?
Like that article that we keep hinting at, but we're still waiting to come out.
Yeah.
That I'm still super stoked about.
Yeah, I think we're at the point now where I know that the photo editor, she was out of the office for a little while, so that kind of put a little delay on some things.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but they have all the things that they needed thus far.
Yes. Yep.
So we're kind of waiting on that. Got some decisions to make about life and school and what I want to do when I grow up because I still haven't decided.
I want to be a real boy.
I want to be a real something.
Yeah.
Maybe good at it too.
Yeah. I mean, you're already good at what you do now.
Let's set the bar low, then we can work up.
Yeah. Don't set goals and then you'll never be disappointed, right?
Boom. ADHD brain right there. You nailed it.
No bueno. No bueno.
That's how I live my life, though.
I know. We're the offset. We're the yin and the yang. Because I'm the goal guy and you're just like, wee.
Abba-da-wee.
Yeah. Dog with spinning tail jumping over the fence.
Yeah, like, wee. That's me. That is me.
Yeah. Oh, well.
What are you going to do? You married it.
I know. Happily and willingly.
Most days happily.
You did not drag me to the courthouse.
No, I was completely honest with you.
Yeah.
I said, I'm not a good housekeeper.
Yeah.
I'm terrible at laundry.
Yeah.
I hate to cook.
Yeah.
I love to bake.
But you're good at cooking, which is interesting.
But I don't like it.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work for little to no reward. I got to be honest with you.
Yeah, and especially like as we've gotten older and like I think with some of the meds especially that I'm on and stuff like that, I don't have appetite anymore. I don't really enjoy food, if that makes sense. It
does.
Well, I know
because I've been there. Yeah.
But it's gotten to a point where it's utilitarian.
I'm clearly not there right now, but I've been there. I hope to get back there someday soon. In a good way, people. In a good way.
People. Amazing.
Yeah, I did say that walking up the stairs.
Yeah. Yeah. And why did you say amazing?
Well, I walked into our living room, which has, how tall are those ceilings?
They're like 24-foot ceilings.
Yeah, and I burped like a man. I'm not going to lie. Like, it was terrible. And the echo was so perfect. I said, oh, it's amazing. And he said, it's what? And I said it 5 more times before he finally got it.
What? Yeah.
That is not what you said. You said, huh?
Huh? What?
What?
You said what?
What?
I know.
Speaking of the what, which is Brenda.
Yeah, the Crypt Keeper.
So on one of our reels, we were showing how that's that day we were sitting around talking.
Mm-hmm.
And I was joking and telling Lacey about her wearing all denim and me like comparing her to the JT Britney Spears look. And she got really like upset.
Yeah.
I went and did something.
Yeah?
I'm going to hiccup, I think. Hold on, guys.
Oh. Pause for effect. We good? We okay?
Yeah, you put all the pressure on me. It scared it out of me.
Hey,
whatever works.
Yeah.
Oh, that was weird. Anyway, I went and bought my own Canadian suit of denim, but it's a jumpsuit, and it is very reminiscent of bib overalls, and I'm so excited about it.
I think it's a Rosie the Riveter moment. Like, you need to bandana that shit up.
Yeah. Yeah, it would have to be, it can be worn a few ways in the right way. That could be the right way for 4th of July.
Okay.
Ooh, that might be too hot. I'll let you know about that. Photos only, maybe.
Well, that's in 2 days.
That might be a photos only situation.
Yeah, speaking of which, we are walking in a parade for the 4th of July.
Oh, we are?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
For my work.
I completely forgot.
Again.
I forgot again. You're
yeah,
right.
this is like the 4,000th time.
I think this is the third, really.
Yeah.
What do you want me to do? I forget easily.
I know.
Easily
See, that's
distracted
why
by shiny
I never
objects.
put it on the calendar. I should have put it on the calendar.
Oh. I'm done with you. I'm done with you.
Yeah, I know.
So I was going down the line in my jumpsuit. Don't get me distracted. So earlier today, we had went out to a local Japanese place, and I got ramen, and it's good, folks. Don't judge me. It has like a fillet on it. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. And I decided to have it today for my lunch, and I heated it up. Clearly, I had no depth perception as to what was happening, that instead of leaning over the bowl like a normal person, because the noodle was going to, like, fly out my mouth, I tipped the bowl on myself, burnt the shit out of my chest.
So, like, you did this whole, like, instead of doing
Instead of,
this,
like, bringing, like, and I
you
went.
were just like, oh.
Yeah, like... What
How do
in
you
the
do these
actual?
things? How do you do these things?
I don't know, but I ended up soaking wet. Obviously, like spilt half my soup, no shit, on myself. All I wanted to do was eat my soup and watch something, which we're gonna get there because that's a whole other rabbit hole.
Okay.
And I couldn't because it took me forever to find something to finally watch. Then I got sucked in by something. So I sat there, I took off my t-shirt, and I had a blanket on, so I just pulled it all the way up. Sat there and ate my soup.
So you got first-degree burns, like it's all, like...
I mean, it's red.
Yeah. Do you need me to rub lotion on it later?
Maybe it rubs the lotion on the skin.
Yeah, or else it gets the hose again. Buffalo Bill. Huh.
Tuck it.
Yeah, right? Do the little dance.
Yeah, do the little tiny dance.
My
amazing.
God. Completely amazing.
Okay, so listen. I got sucked in a rabbit hole.
Okay.
I'm not hitting it. Don't look at my hand. Jason, Michael. I can't stand you. I've been dying to watch this docu-series, I think is what it's called.
Okay.
About Army Hammer. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like,
who he played what, the Lone Ranger or whatever?
He was in that. He was in Guy from Uncle.
Yeah, he was
in Snow White.
Oh, what is that movie? The Zuckerberg movie?
Yes.
Social Network or something along those lines, yeah.
Yes. So a long while back, I think it was like a year or two, maybe, I don't remember. It came out like he was a cannibal and he was sending like
a cannibal,
supposedly,
like legitimate, like eat fucking.
He wanted to.
Okay.
So it came out. He was like cheating on his wife. Well, then his aunt, who is his dad's sister, wrote a book, and then got involved in this docu-series. Well, some of the women that he, like, had groomed, essentially.
Cannibalistically groomed?
No, groomed as in, like, wanted to be in a, quote, if you get shy people, now's the time to turn back, on a, quote, BDSM lifestyle, but, like, instead it was more like mind control situation.
Gotcha. Okay.
And so, anyway, they were talking about how he liked to do some kind of rope thing with, it's a Japanese thing. I've heard of it like in a book before. I don't know what I was reading. I truly don't remember.
Like the Kama Sutra or something? Or?
No. Lord, no.
Shit, just...
No, I just remember reading about it, what it was. It's an art form.
Right.
And he was doing this like amateurly to these women and basically hog tying them, for lack of better words. And, like, leaving them there.
I mean, he had practice in the Lone Ranger, you know, with
supposedly
the whole rope thing.
It did terrible. It bombed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I didn't even watch it.
I didn't either.
That's how sad it was.
Yeah. Yeah, horrible.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Moving right along.
Okay, so he groomed these women to be, you know, like the bondage slaves and these types of things. Like, so I'm really... The interest is piqued on the whole cannibalistic.
Well,
like,
it gets worse.
thought
So
process.
he
Like, that's
comes
weird.
from a wealthy, like one of the wealthiest families in the world.
Yeah.
His great-grandfather's name was Armand Hammer,
Mm-hmm.
and he owned
Like
a Armand,
Mm.
not like Arm& Hammer baking soda.
Well, I wasn't suggesting
No,
that.
I was just saying.
I mean, take it that direction.
Yeah, I'm just saying that's not what it was. Anyway, he had like stupid major connections in the political world, and like made all kinds of stupid money, like stupid. When he died at 90-some years old, $40 billion money.
Dang, yeah.
Yeah.
Am I related? Like, shit.
I don't think you want to be. So, anyway.
I mean, for $40 billion.
Well, there's nothing left.
Well, shit.
Yeah. It escalated quickly.
Yeah.
After he died. But that was his great-grandfather.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, his dad and his grandfather have just blown the money on drugs.
Oh. That's a lot of blow for $40 billion.
Well, I'm sure there were prostitutes involved.
I'm sure. And a lot of rope.
There's a lot of things involved.
Yeah.
So, that's the rabbit hole I went down today. And it wasn't even like, it was completely unexpected. Like, I'd been wanting to watch it.
Yeah.
I'm wanting to watch it. That's my Indiana coming out.
Didn't bring a truck with you, did you?
Let me put that away. Anyway.
Yeah.
I was just looking on HBO Max to see if there was anything that I could just turn on even mindlessly.
Right, yeah, just kind of zone.
And I saw it, and I was like, oh, I've been wanting to watch that. But who knows if they're ever good. It was actually really good.
Really?
It really was good.
Did you finish it? Like, did you power watch it, binge it today?
I did it.
How many episodes?
3.
Oh, that's not bad.
No, it wasn't terrible.
It's not bad. It's not like sitting down and watching Game of Thrones in like 3 days.
No.
Yeah.
Which we've tried.
I've done that. When I had COVID, I did that, remember?
Yeah, when I had COVID, because it was way early on, I watched The Tiger King.
Yeah, I still never watched any of that.
Oh, man.
I need to go back and watch
I did
that.
reference him the other day. Somebody goes, how you doing? I said, I'm hanging on like Joe Exotica's eyebrow ring right now by a thread.
Oh, my God.
And they didn't get it. And I was like, I'm done now.
Hanging on like Carol Baskin's husband.
Not at all.
Yeah. He a gator turd now.
He been gone.
Yeah.
Been gone for a long time. So I was going to jump over to, I've been obsessed with the whole P. Diddy thing too. Don't judge me, people. I'm a sucker for a really, really good conspiracy theory.
And like I've not, and here's the weird thing. Like I'm in the media industry, and like I'm not, like I kind of know what's going on, but I don't really know what's going on.
Well, the only reason it really piqued my interest was because it had to do with the Department of Homeland Security.
Okay.
Because instead of being like DEA, it has to be some sort of crime like, and this is for entertainment purposes only, guys. I am just saying.
Yeah, we are not making any accusations.
No,
this is all some bullshit. Like, yeah.
I'm a hillbilly. I know nothing. Nothing about nothing, okay? Anyway, that's my PSA for the day. That even rhyme. PSA for the day. Okay.
Everybody come to your own conclusions. Because we've come to ours.
Amazing. Anyway. So they get involved when it's cases like human trafficking, sex trafficking, those kinds of cases. And
Right.
that's why I found it interesting, and nobody seemed to notice that at the beginning.
Really?
Like, nobody put 2 and 2 together for a while, but I had noticed just because I have dealt with Homeland Security.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ask. It's not that deep, actually. But anyway. And so that's why I found it interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And I found it super interesting that they hit both his residences at the same time. So they clearly know.
Well, it sounds like they were being super strategic about it.
Well, they have to know that there's evidence then to be discarded.
Right.
Like, come on now.
Yeah. I mean, because, yeah, you wouldn't just hit one and be like, oh, yeah, we'll come over to that one in 3 days, you know.
We'll see you next week at 2 o'clock.
Right. That's exactly what that turns into.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they have to be strategic and hit those things aggressively.
Which they did. They did both houses at the same time. I don't know. I know he fled, supposedly, the country. Then I've read up on. But what I found super interesting, and I was talking to my mom about, was there's a video out there circulating of him basically beating the crap out of, like, now an ex-girlfriend who had, like, talked about it.
Right.
She got hushed. Well, now there's all of a sudden hotel footage of him kicking the crap out of her, trying to hold a towel, pulling her down the hallway by her hair.
Damn.
And they're like, well, that happened 5 years ago. That's against the statute of limitations.
It's outside of it, yeah.
But what I don't
That's
get
weird.
is then how do we go after Kevin Spacey after 30-some years? And we get justice on that.
Yeah.
Like, where's the line at, though, really?
Yeah, I mean, there's some awkward double standards and some weird stuff that has definitely come about, you know, over the last few years, for sure.
Yeah, I find it very interesting. I also said early on to you and Mom, because Mom's in on it with me 100%.
Oh, yeah.
We got to have her on.
Yeah.
The girl talk is real. She explained the whole thing to Lacey on Thursday. Anyway, her and I were talking, and I said, does anybody else remember when Oprah opened up that school in Africa, the all-girls school, and then a couple years ago they all went missing? I was like, does anybody find that weird?
Oh, no. Do you think Oprah was like, you get a girl, and you get a girl, and you get a girl for Diddy?
You're terrible, Jake.
Well, I'm serious.
Too soon. But
Well, do we know if it's too soon, if it was a few years ago?
it was good, but it was too soon.
I mean, Diddy was probably like, I'll take that one, and that one, and
It's
that one.
dark AF.
Yeah. I'm not going to go any deeper
No,
with that joke.
yeah.
We're going to leave that one
Ooh,
alone.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're not.
That wasn't on purpose, honestly.
I know, but that's okay. You weren't meaning it that way.
You
It's
can
fine.
tell my face
It's fine. You got awkward real quick.
real fast, just with me and you. And I was like,
But the funny thing is, like, I wanted to go down that rabbit hole with that joke. I
I
wanted
know
to so badly.
when I saw your face, like, go, like,
Yep.
and pull it together, and
Yep,
I was
I was
like,
like-
oh, man.
Got to pull it back. Got to rein it in.
I've really done it now.
Yep. We don't have a true comedian status where we can get away with saying some ridiculous shit and kind of thread that needle and walk that line.
No, but
Not yet. Maybe one day.
fingers crossed.
Maybe one day we can say some ridiculous
Hey,
shit.
we went from 109 followers to 115. We're making moves,
I know,
y'all.
you know what? We are making
We're so
moves.
proud of you guys.
I
Thank
know.
you.
So excited.
I'm so amazing.
So amazing. I'm going to use that. That's Elissa's word of the episode. Amazing.
Somebody else said they were going to start keeping track when they listen. Who was it? I can't remember. They're like, but every episode, they said, I'm like, what did she just say? What did she just make up? And I said, I tell you guys all the time, I'm pretty sure this happened, but I may have made it up.
Yeah, like your Webster's Elissa dictionary.
Yeah, but it's all wrong.
Yeah.
And jumbled.
But it's okay. It works. Because it's amazing.
It's amazing.
Yeah. So that's the word of the episode.
Word of the day.
Yeah. We're going to start keeping track of those. We're going to have a new word every single episode, I think. I'm going to come up with it. So you think that, I mean, what are your thoughts on the whole Oprah thing? I mean, realistically.
I don't know. I just think that, okay, this is going to sound really dumb. But when, there was video or something surfaced about a bunch of people gathering in LA and drinking blood of a human, and supposedly there were some very, very famous people who were there.
Mm-hmm.
People who are, very old but don't look it, things like that.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, that's hokey. And because I'm sure that shit's out there. Do not get me wrong. But I was just like, oh, people are making stuff up. And then this whole Diddy thing came out. And then, people like Jaguar Wright has really been connecting the dots for a lot of people. And there are just too many things that happen, quote unquote, coincidental.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like a coincidence at all. Like, if you...
Kind of like Epstein killing himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, the timeline just doesn't add up. Like, 2 and 2 don't make 4 here, and I'm terrible at math. You know what I mean, though?
I can't math.
I don't math well. Trust me. Me and Dr. had that conversation again.
So as far as, I mean, I find it interesting because I know like Cat Williams brought out some stuff and was saying some things, you know, a little while back, like the first of the year, you know, like going
I
crazy
actually
about
watched
like
that.
Illuminati shit. And,
Like, why you guys watched, I think, House of Dragons?
oh, I don't know.
Like, I gotta be honest, I'm not really in it.
Oh, that show.
Yeah, like, I'll watch it here and there, but
You were in with Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
not with House of Dragons. I don't think it's that great. That's just me. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah.
So while you guys were watching that, I watched that Cat Williams interview with my earbuds in. And I watched the whole thing. And it's like an hour. It's over an hour. Like an hour and 30 minutes or something crazy like that. And I, of all people, watched the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because he said a lot of interesting things that, again, like, so if it acts like a duck and quacks like a duck, it's probably a duck.
It's just like little things that you don't
Unless it's
think
Mises.
of. It's like little things that you don't think of, like when they're by themselves, they're individualized.
Right.
But then as soon as you start kind of lining them up and putting them together.
And that's what I was saying
yeah.
about Jaguar Wright. When she starts connecting the dots, it's like, okay, that happened, then that happened, then, like, it's too much of a domino effect to
Right.
have been coincidental.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. No, I can see it. Like, I think that, you know, there's a lot of shit going on in the world that, you know, if you've got enough money, you can buy the silence, you know.
I guess, like, clearly, I know I'm naive about a lot of things. I won't lie to you, but I'm not about a lot of other things. I know that there is corruptness in the world. I guess I just didn't realize, like, I don't even want to say how deep it runs, because that doesn't surprise me. I guess it's how far the tentacles go outward that surprised me.
Yeah.
Instead of it being, I feel like, in my mind, a small grouping, if you will, of people, I think it's more global than that.
Yeah, and honestly, like, you know, I mentioned Jeffrey Epstein earlier. Like, there's a part of me that feels like maybe, you know, because Epstein was connected and he was wealthy, but he's not Diddy wealthy. He's not Trump wealthy. He's not like any of those types of people wealthy. Like,
Yeah, he was.
nah, not.
But he had logs that had Oprah flying to his island.
But that's what I'm saying. What if, you know, there was some heat coming about, you know, in that whole market, in that whole, you know, like they were looking into Jay-Z or they started looking into Diddy, but then all of a sudden it's like, oh, here's evidence and it's Jeffrey Epstein. You know, what if they threw it that direction and was like, hey, here you go. Here's your fall guy.
I mean, at this point, anything's possible.
I know.
Like, I don't claim that I'm a conspiracy theorist at all, but like I said, these things come up and it's kind of hard to be like,
You start going, yeah.
maybe that's not as far-fetched as I originally thought.
Right.
And that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
And that kind of scared me a little bit.
Yeah. And, you know, and interestingly enough, I think that's one of the reasons why I don't pay much attention to a lot of the stuff that's going on. Because honestly, I just, you know, I try and live in our world and, you know, do the things that we do.
But I do, for the most part. You know why I get sucked into those things?
Why?
Is because I love true crime. We've had this conversation about growing up with unsolved mysteries, etc. And I think I'm getting, as terrible as it sounds, like this sounds like a made-up story, but it is happening in real life.
Right, yeah.
And we're watching it in real time. Like, I think that's what sucked me in.
Yeah. That it's, you know, well, think about it. When we were kids, like, there was media, but there wasn't, like, social media and, you know, access to information 24/7, 365, like, in the amount that it is now. And now we can, you know, so many people can go down their own rabbit holes and dig into information and you know, fact find and fact check and cross reference. And and to all this other stuff where it used to be, you know, you would have to go through newspaper clippings or those types of things. You know, so the tech has exponentially expanded upon what we can view in real time.
They were actually talking about some NASA employees that have a conspiracy about that.
Really?
I would have to find the specifics, but the loose outline is they had 6 people go supposedly missing on a mission.
Mm-hmm.
And basically they can show each person with their new name a picture of them, you know, now. But their birthdays are the same because back when this happened, I don't know, in the 60s, 70s, I don't know.
Right.
The internet wasn't even a thought on anybody's mind that you could be able to cross-reference things like that. And that hit me because I read this thing about we're the generation, we're the last of our kind because we grew up with no cell phones.
Right, yeah.
Home phones.
Yep. Answering machines.
When we finally, VCRs, when we finally did get, what was I going to say? Sorry, guys. Oh, a computer. Mm-hmm. There was like no internet until we were almost pre-teens.
Yeah. You've got mail.
I know, and that dial-up sounds terrible.
Yeah.
It like makes me sick to my stomach anytime I hear it. I don't know why.
Well, and that's crazy. Like I can still remember like learning programming language back in the day.
Yeah.
For like DOS and, you know, Windows 3.1, and now we're like, you know, leap years ahead of where it was.
Like we can scan medications now with phones.
Yeah.
Like
you can literally open your phone with your face. It has facial recognition software in the phone. Yeah. Right in front of you.
Did you see that? What's his name? He was the ghoul on that one show you were watching.
Oh, shit. What's his name? Walter Goggins.
I love him.
Yeah,
I think
he's
hilarious.
Great actor.
I loved him in Sons of Anarchy. I can't talk.
Yeah, he was
hilarious. He was actually just talking about that. He said, I went to open my phone the first time after I got my face done and my makeup, and my phone wouldn't open, and I panicked because I didn't know my passcode. He goes, thanks, Apple. It really is working. It made me laugh, though. Like,
yeah, no, and I can see that, you know, because like anytime, there's been a couple of times where I've gotten like let my hair grow out a little bit longer than what it is right now, and then I'll shave my head again, and then my phone will act funny the first few times. Then I enter the passcode, and then it'll start recognizing me.
Do you know, as many times as I've changed like my hair color or whatever, it's never not opened for me.
Really? That's interesting.
My glasses, nothing.
Yeah, like I can even do it with sunglasses on.
Same.
And like reflective polarized lenses.
Yeah.
And it opens right up, which is interesting.
That's sketch. That's sus.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Steve Jobs, he really took it to the next level.
He did. And then, boo, 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 boo.
Yeah. Well, now, I mean, shit, now there's Apple Vision.
Oh, yeah.
Dear God, that's insane.
It's
like a phone integrated into glasses, essentially.
It's just crazy what's out there that I don't even, my small mind doesn't even comprehend that's out there. No, it really doesn't, because I don't go looking for these things.
Yeah. Maybe we should get you a VR headset so you can ride a roller coaster.
Yes.
Oh, it'd be great to do it on the podcast.
Yes.
That'd be interesting to
watch.
Write
that off on taxes.
Yeah,
how does that work?
We probably could. We could probably write that off. Business expense unreimbursed.
Business.
Yeah.
It's for business time.
It's fine.
It's all fine. Fine.
Yeah, it's all on fire. Shit's on fire, but it's fine.
That's my life every day.
So you got any other good conspiracy theories as of late? Any other crazy shit that's been going on that I have absolutely no clue about?
I'm sure there is. I'm always late to the party, and I like it that way because then by the time, you know, the hype wears down, I get to watch it and form my own opinion. So I'm always late to everything.
But, you know, that's not necessarily a bad way to do it either. Because then you're not necessarily, like you said, form your own opinion. Mm-hmm. You're not tainted by what the popular opinion is and what the push is and what, you know,
like
the media
I didn't
is spinning.
watch Bridgerton until it came out 2 years later.
Yeah.
I didn't start watching Stranger Things until, God, how many seasons were out?
I know,
like 3 or 4?
Yeah, we were in like the 4th or almost the 5th season.
Before I watched Game of Thrones, I missed 4 seasons of that and jumped right in.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I did.
Because we started
Well, I watched half the first, and then I think I skipped way past that.
Yeah. So I think that, yeah, no, because I could remember us like sitting down on Sunday nights and like watching that together
Yes.
with everybody. And
Once we got caught up.
Right.
It was the catching up part because
Right.
I had seen newer episodes and I was struggling with the back and forth. So I just said, just fuck it. I'm just starting from here. And he was like, are you really?
yeah, don't you want to go back and
The
understand?
only TV show I've watched front to back, like not skipping an episode. Do you know what it is?
What?
There's two.
Okay.
One is Alf.
All right.
Don't judge me.
Oh, I'm not judging. That was a
The-
legit show back in
The
the day.
other one is Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah.
Wow, two very different.
Yeah, but Sons of Anarchy was phenomenal.
It was a really good show.
Like there was something as much as I hate to use the word because it just sounds weird when you're talking about Sons of Anarchy, it was magical. Like it connected on
It
a
was-
different level.
it
It
was
connected in the time.
Its
you
own
know.
thing.
Yeah.
It had never been done before.
Right.
That was not a remake. Like, everybody's so big on remakes, and I don't disagree. Some things could probably have been improved upon and it might be better. I don't know. But I think we've gotten a little crazy with the fucking remakes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
I
getting
gotta
old.
be honest.
Movies, TV shows,
Yeah.
all that other
I'm
stuff.
kind of over that. I gotta be honest. But what were we talking about?
Things that we were like invested in, like shows that, we
Oh,
watched
Sons of
them.
Anarchy.
Yeah, Sons of Anarchy. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. She gone. It's all over the
Well,
place.
it just, shiny things. I'm sorry, I got sidetracked.
It happens.
It does happen, but it was a really good show.
Yeah.
And Charlie, how do you say his last name?
Hunnam.
I never say it right.
Yeah, Charlie Hunnam.
His character, along with, oh my God, Katie Seagal. I had to think
Yeah.
of her name.
Yeah.
All I could think of was Peg Bundy, and I
Peg
knew
Bundy.
that wasn't her
Yep.
name.
Peg Bundy.
And I didn't want to be that person.
Yeah.
But she really made it too.
Yeah. Can you hear our dog?
I can't, they're making me so angry.
I know. They just bark at
That's
everything.
where I went.
Yeah.
I heard the rumblings.
Yeah, you heard the bark.
Yeah. So what they've done is they've busted through Mom's door.
Yep, sure have.
They're on her couch right now, right underneath of us,
Yep. Out the window.
barking out the window.
Yeah, probably at a squirrel or a rabbit.
Or a leaf.
Or a leaf.
Really, who
Yeah.
knows?
Yeah.
I found another 4-leaf clover this week. That's all I got.
Nice. Nice. How many is that now? Like 600?
I don't know, but I've been trying to pay attention about when I find them and like what I'm thinking.
Okay. And like journal it and like track it?
No, I didn't do that.
No,
But
okay.
but I did text Lacey, which is pretty much the same thing. So
Okay.
it's fine.
So it's written down somewhere.
Somebody has it.
Yeah, it's written down somewhere.
But listen, I texted her and I said, I found another 4-leaf clover. I said, and so I was really trying to pay attention as what I was thinking of. And I was filling up my bird feeders, thinking about how I should be Snow White and put my arms out and start singing and collecting all the birds.
But knowing your luck, they would start pecking your eyes out.
Or shit all over me.
That too.
That's probably really what would happen.
Yeah, because what did I tell you? As soon as we started filling up those bird feeders, now we got bird shit everywhere.
They've made me mad.
Everywhere. The new fence. They've splattered the window.
The window.
Yeah.
The window.
Like they kamikazed. They flew in.
But there was nowhere. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
they had to be jumping off and then like shit on our window.
Yeah, it was
Like,
a
get
dive
back.
bomb, and then he pulled up at the last minute and just threw that.
It was like, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers.
He gave
That's-
0 fucks.
They all do.
Yeah.
They all do. Fucking birds.
I know.
And I saw a thing Alana shared the other day. You know the whole titmouse about the bird, the titmouse bird?
Yeah.
The look you just gave me, you were like,
Titmouse.
titmouse. She wrote a post about getting old, about how one day you're not even thinking about birds at all, and then the next day you're like, is that I don't know, some crazy name of a bird, like a wee why Willy winker. I don't know.
Wee Why Willy Winker.
I don't really think that's
I hope
the name.
they find a
Wee-why Willy Winker.
species of bird that is undiscovered, and we will submit that name.
Wee why Willy winker.
Yeah.
Where did that even come from?
I don't know, but I love it.
But like, I'm like, oh my God, how true is that? And now these fuckers are kamikazing my window.
Yeah.
God damn, they got me in a chokehold, these birds. These titmouses and wee why Willy winkers out here.
Yep.
And the cardinals, I can say that.
The Cardinals.
We do have a lot of those. And
We do.
And I did make special hummingbird feeder food. I've officially turned into that person.
Hey, it's better than being the crazy cat lady.
Well, there could be an upside to that. You might not have to buy cat food if you're also the crazy bird lady.
Ooh.
Too soon.
That got dark too.
It did.
It
did. And with that,
no. You're not sneaking out that quickly. No.
I was like, I'm out.
No. So
Bye.
you had one other thing that you wanted to talk about.
I did?
Yeah.
What?
Drama. Like you had made a point about drama, and I don't understand what you're wanting to talk about. And
okay, have you ever watched those TikToks that are like, do you want to hear small town drama about people you don't even know?
Yeah.
People get so invested, myself included.
Okay.
I won't lie to you.
All right.
So at the new job, I met a new friend.
Okay.
Really like her. I may have had a rough day. So I went from working 2 days a week, and I don't come for me, oh, poor you, to working a 40-hour, 5-day work week, plus coming off of a weekend shift.
Yeah.
Then the next week, like, jumping right into the floor. So, like, just pushed in the thick of it, man.
Yeah.
And I may have word vomited all over this poor girl, and she, in return, word vomited all over me. I can't talk. And she was like, you want to hear drama? And I said, tea, herbal, or verbal? And she goes, I'm going to have to start using that. And she's like 10 years younger than me and gorgeous. This bitch is so beautiful. And she's so nice, which makes her even prettier to me.
Does she listen to the podcast?
She was going to.
Oh, okay.
She's a single mom. She's very forgetful, but she was going to.
Yeah, ADD. Yeah,
it happens.
Yeah.
Literally, she does have ADD too, because that's what we bonded over, really.
Gotcha.
But we both were raised Pentecostal. She looks like Pocahontas. I do not.
Gotcha.
I look like Ursula. But anyway, she was like, listen. She was like, girl, did you see that girl out there? And I was like, what girl? She's like, she didn't say this, but in my mind, she's like, 5 o'clock, right? Not that I would know which direction to look at 5 o'clock. I'd still be looking all over.
Up, down, left, right. We Wiley winker. Yeah.
We Willy winker.
Yeah.
Anyway, she's like, so this guy I dated briefly, we become like best friends instead of dating. I'm like, okay. She said he's younger than me. He's just not ready. She has a son for my life. I'm like, that's grown up. Cool for you guys.
Yeah.
He's like, he dated that girl out there shortly. And I was like, what? So I'm automatically uncomf.
Yeah, you're just like, oh, the tea just got real deep.
It got piping hot.
Yeah.
And I was like, now I'm in it. I'm like, yeah, give it to me, girl.
Lay it on me.
Like when those Olive Garden breadsticks come out, you're like, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, she's like, she was dating him and they broke up. And during that time, like, we're friends. We talked. I knew what was going on. He's now going on Love Island.
Okay.
So the other girl was telling these people that she was orienting with that he was in Fiji for a vacation. Or I think she actually may have told him he was on Love Island. And I was like, these are grown-ass adults. That's embarrassing. Now, don't get me wrong. I want to know.
Yeah.
Because now I want to watch.
Yeah.
Because I want to see what he looks like.
Yeah.
Which he's not been on yet that I've seen. And I'm all caught up thus far.
Okay.
But she said they're bringing him on as, like, not a main cast at the beginning, but, like, from the side.
One of those, like, little sneak in, like, hey, here's a new batch of guys.
Yeah. And so, like, I am invested.
Okay.
And so now you all can be invested along with me.
Now I'm going to have to start watching. I find it interesting.
Yeah, you might. I don't know. The premise of the show itself, I'm struggling with.
Yeah. It's not good like Temptation Island.
No.
Like I miss that. I miss that show. That's a good show.
You're not gonna tempt me.
Yeah, no, that's a legit show.
That is. Do you remember when we went out to lunch with Tom and all of his friends that we didn't know?
Oh, yeah.
And we were at a fancy restaurant.
Yep, little Maggiano's, Little Italy, yeah.
Yeah, and so I don't know anybody. Because had I met Tom once, maybe by that time?
I think so.
But other than him, I knew nobody.
Yeah, and see, like, I knew the guys. I didn't necessarily know the girls.
But you knew more people than I did.
Right.
And so they were talking about, these are like new parents, right? And they're like, oh, we've been watching, I don't know, Bluey or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's not what they said, but you get my point. And
Kid
I go,
shit.
like, it got real silent, and I got real awkward, and I go, we watched Temptation Island because we're white trash. And I just kept eating, and nobody said a word. It got silent.
Nope. Like, they just had that look where they just kind of came up from their plate.
Later
Just
on,
like,
Tom goes, oh, my God, I about died.
yeah.
And I was like, I wish you would have, because that would have felt better than
I know.
all the stairs.
A little bit of feedback there would have been nice.
That is all my fault. I dropped my pen.
Oh, no.
Boo, 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 boo.
Well, I guess on that note.
No, is it time?
Yeah, it's time. You dropped the pen. It was the marker. It was perfect timing.
Just like when I hit my phone screen.
Yep.
On accident at the top, and it takes me all the way, scrolls me all the way
Yep.
back up to the top, and I'm like, it's time to go to bed.
Yep. Absolutely perfect timing.
All right, guys. With that, thank you for another day, for hanging out with us, listening to our crazy conspiracies that aren't so crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for listening. We appreciate all the new follows and likes and shares and all the feedback and
Just
everything.
Honestly,
and
all the things, really.
yeah, I mean, we're super appreciative.
It's
and,
amazing.
you know, it is amazing.
Amazing.
And super excited for everything going forward and new stuff in the works. And we're going to be doing some behind the scenes stuff and some sneak peek stuff here before too long with some photos and showing you guys some things that we're going to be changing up and doing. So
And rearranging, because we like to rearrange furniture.
we can't let anything sit. We've always got to do something.
That is true.
Always got to tweak something.
That is our red flags.
Yeah. So
As a
well.
couple. All right. With that, I meant we are out. Oh my God.
Out. Bye.
Bye. We out.
Thanks, everybody, for listening. Make sure to share and like us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/The Adventures of E and on YouTube at www.youtube.com/@Adventures of E. See you next time.